everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel CrackZat Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha Das, and today in this video we'll be learning about a question on linear arrangement in which the people are sitting in a different direction. Some are facing the north side, some are facing the south side, and this really makes a difference in the left and the right of the question. When someone is facing in the north, we should understand that my north is the person's north, and so the left hand side will be my left hand and the right hand side will be my right hand. But the condition is totally reversed when we are facing in the south direction. Now in the south it will just be the opposite. My left hand will become the right side and my right hand will become the left side. So keeping this into mind while solving the question given on your screen right now, we have to make sure that we would also be focusing on the direction in which the person is facing. All right, so we'll get started with the question. Let's read the question and see what data is given to us and exactly from which person should we get started, because we cannot get started with a person until and unless we know in which direction is a person sitting. Like here in the first line, it's mentioned that there are 7 people who are sitting on a bench. Now, knowing this, that you are having exactly 7 people to solve is very important, because you might not know who will be at one of the ends. So knowing the total number is important. Next is that the following information is known about them. J sits third to the right of Y. Now, Y is my reference point, but can I start with Y? I really don't know whether Y is facing in the south or in the north until and unless I read the full directions. So if I read it further, I see that Y in itself is the second to the right of M. And now comes the really important line. Y faces north. Now, once I get to know that Y faces north, I can standardize my reference point as Y and find out the position of J, which is third to the right of Y. So 1, 2, and 3. Here comes J. We can standardize this because we know that Y is facing in the north, so my right hand side will be the right hand side of Y also. And Y, who is second to the right of M, now we don't know whether M will be here or M will be one position over here. Now, to understand this, we need to know whether M is facing in the north or M is facing in the south. Now, the most interesting part of this entire question paper, which will be the important crux, you can say, is the last line of this question, which says that no 3 persons sitting in the consecutive position face the same direction. Now, this is just a fancy way of writing the data, which means that no consecutive people will have the same directions. Yeah, no 3 people having the same direction actually means that the one sitting next to you will definitely have a opposite direction. And that's all. If you understand this, then you understand that the neighbors of Y will be facing in the south direction. And so if the neighbors of Y are facing the south direction, of course M, who is second in the position, or we can say that who is sitting at one of the ends and also second to the right of M, will have M over here facing in the north. So I know that because M is sitting one place away from Y, so the direction in which M is facing will be same as Y, that is north. So if M is facing in the north, then second to the right of M will be Y over here. So we can understand that 3 people's positions are fixed, and we also know that no one is going to come beyond M, and the reason for that is M sits at one of the end. This is mentioned in the question, so there is nothing coming on this end anymore. Now N is second to the right of J. Please concentrate over here. Before you solve this line, you should have a quick look on this line. J and M face different directions. We know that M faces north, so J is definitely going to face south. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the question, that if someone is facing south, then the left and the right will be interchanged. So if it is mentioned that n is second to the right of j, then we are going to count on the left side, and this will be 1 and this will be 2. So n will come over here. N will be second to the right of j, meaning n will be on the left hand side second position because j is facing towards the south. Now here it's mentioned that neither k nor l sits at the end. So that means we will not, anyways we are not having n, l and k over here right now. So we will see over it when we come towards the end. K is second to the right of N. Now we know N is again facing the south direction, and second to the right of N means left hand side of N. So 1 and 2. Here's K. So we can position K on the left hand side of N over here because N is facing in the south direction. Now, here it is mentioned that L is to the left of Z. We know that there are only two places left now. To make it 7, I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have only two places left now, and it is absolutely clear that K, L, N are not going to be at the end. And it is also clear from the fact that L is to the left of Z. We know that if J is facing the south, the other two people are definitely going to face the north because they are the neighbors of J. So that is why we would be finalizing our answer and keeping L over here and Z over here, so that both the conditions of not keeping L at the end and keeping L and on the left hand side, it's not mentioned it is immediate left, please mind it. It's just mentioned that it is on the left side. So both the conditions will be satisfied, and my absolutely final arrangement will be this. And based on this arrangement, I will be answering all the three questions right now on the screen. So let's jump on to the questions. How many persons sit between K and L? So it's quite obvious. K is here and L is here. So we are exactly having two people between them. So the answer for the first question will be option B, which is 2. The second question is, who sits second to the left of K? Now please make sure that before answering this question, you just check in which direction is K facing. K is facing in the south direction. So your left hand side will actually be the right hand side. So count 1 and 2. So the third, or we can say second to the left of K will be the actual, if he is facing in the north side, if we consider like that, then it will be N. So the answer for the second question will be N. This is happening, we are interchanging the directions because the K is facing in the south. And the last question, what is the ratio of the number of people who are facing north to the number of persons who are facing south? So this is quite easy to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 people who are facing in the north direction. And because the total number is 7, so we know that it will be 3, the people who are facing south. So the ratio will be 4 is to 3, which is option B. So the questions were not difficult. Only the arrangement was difficult, and not even difficult, because I'll just tell you, only confusion point is when you are considering the people who are facing in the south direction. So whenever you get a question like this in the exam where the people are facing in the different direction, make sure that you start your question from the person whose direction is clearly mentioned in the question, and then carry forward, building a chain and getting to the perfect answer. So if you like this video, please like this video, share it with your friends, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that every time I drop a new video, you get notified of the same. So until we meet again, please take care and thanks for watching.